Good evening and welcome to the 2022 MKA Winter Band Concert. My name is Cooper Critchley and I am a senior flute player in both concert and jazz bands. While our goal tonight is to share the beautiful music of 8 band pieces, we have an added treat tonight of 3 artists, senior Logan Furlong, freshman Harrison Stratton, and teacher Sarah Mueller, creating visual works in the balcony. They will be reacting to the sounds they hear during the band concert and creating visual representations of the moods, feelings, and images that evolve. They will share their work later this week on the Instagram at MK Arts. Please check them out, they're going to be phenomenal, I know. We are grateful to MK Art teacher Mrs. Sarah Mueller for organizing this added element this evening. We opened with an exciting piece by New Jersey composer Chris Bernatos. He wrote, "Skydive starts with immediate exhilaration velocity. The legato section is representative of the time when a skydiver enjoys the beauty of the scenery."
Good evening. I'm Frankie Bexon-Reid and I'm a senior saxophone player. We continue our concert with a piece by an English composer, William Walton. It was first performed at the coronation of King George VI in 1937. We dedicate our performance today as a tribute to the selfless work of Queen Elizabeth. As stated on the website, uroyal.uk, the Queen saw public and voluntary service as one of the most important elements of her work. Her Majesty had links as royal patron or president with over 500 charities, professional bodies and public service organizations. These varied from well-established international charities to smaller bodies working in a specialist area or on a local basis only. Please enjoy our second piece, the Crown Imperial March.
Good evening. I'm junior percussionist and drummer Devin Ramsey. We continue with a piece by Carol Brayton Chambers, an American composer from San Antonio, Texas. Ms. Chambers writes, Kalos Eidos is a programmatic work meant to musically portray the characteristics of a kaleidoscope. The overall form of the piece is fast, slow, fast, depicting 3 main episodes. These episodes are somewhat different from each other, but they also share similar colors and patterns, as all kaleidoscopes do. The very ending is a reverse bookend of the beginning. In other words, the beginning starts simply and continues to get busier and more complex, while the ending gradually winds down until the kaleidoscope eventually stops spinning and comes to rest. Please enjoy Kalos Eidos.
Hello, my name is Eli Solomon, and I am a junior percussionist and drummer in our concert and pep band. We close out the concert band portion of our concert with Invocation and African Dance by Matt Conaway. According to the composer notes, this piece is a contemporary version of an ancient African dance known as Agbekor. The dance is still performed by the Yu people of Ghana. You will hear this agogo bell pattern played by Ahadu Chase in the middle of the piece. This sets the pattern for the faster dance groove that shifts from 3 to 2 in a very interesting way. We have added improvised drum solos in this piece and welcome MKA parent Mden Halsey to display his incredible skills on the djembe. Please enjoy Invocation and African Dance.
we are going to do less than 5 minutes in a changeover to jazz band. So just sit tight. You can time us. 5 minutes challenge. Thank you very much.
That's why it's like cinematography and it's less. Oh yeah,
Welcome to the second half of our concert. I am junior trumpeter Hannah Ewing, and we are all set to present our 2022 to 2023 school year MKA Jazz Band. We begin our program with a piece we fell in love with upon hearing it the first time. Abacus is a Latin groove in a 3/4 time signature. It has a pentatonic melody and it drifts between C minor and E flat major tonalities. Our soloists include Calvin Thomas on Mary sax, Cooper Critchley on flute, Jared Green on guitar, Rafi Aronson on piano, and David Ramsey on drums. We hope that you enjoy Abacus.
am junior trumpet player Nolan Giles, and we continue with a classic TV theme from the Charlie Brown Christmas special. Our version will feature freshman pianist Alex Crespo, as well as flute player Cooper Critchley, and tenor saxophone player Isaac Tago. In this arrangement, you may notice the tasteful use of the harmony in the trumpet section. We get to take a breath, slow down, and enjoy this beautiful ballad written in 1966.
Hello, I'm a freshman drummer and percussionist, Ahadu Chase, and I'm a member of the concert, jazz, and pep bands at MKA. We now turn to a classic jazz piece from the movie, The Blues Brothers. In this film, the great Cab Calloway sings and dances his way through this classic chart from 1931. Both scat singing and the call and response format are part of this arrangement. Please join me in welcoming our vocalist, the great MKA senior, Warren Roth.
I'm senior band director, member of the pep band, jazz band, and concert band. Welcome to this evening. How about another round of applause for our awesome trumpet soloist? When I first met Warren and saw him with students last spring, I was like, he would be really great at this tune. So I was so happy to find an arrangement. So before we close out tonight's concert and play our final piece, I just really wanted to thank parents who are here tonight, and I know many are. We're also going to put this out on YouTube at a later date, and we'll let you know. And of course, you can follow us through at MKA Arts on Instagram. But I'm extremely grateful. I almost wish we had recordings of our first rehearsal for both the jazz band and concert band, because in September, well, jazz band wasn't even formed yet, but in September, you know, we really didn't have the pieces together yet. It was a lot of work. These guys made individual recordings of the difficult parts and sent them to me, and all this came together. So hats off to every student, and again, thank you to parents for support. I did want to scroll back to August for a minute. We didn't know, we had this idea of forming a pep band, and we really didn't know if anyone was going to do it. We bought some music, we bought some used drums, and we were like, well, let's hope. And so grateful to the 15 people and to our several faculty members who are listed in the program and who also came and played with us. I do want to take a really strong minute to thank our assistant director here, who is Katie Farrisee. Thank you, Ms. Farrisee. As the students know, Ms. Farrisee works with woodwinds primarily, but also will take a brass player out, or two or three, into a practice room and work on a small segment while we're working with the full 46 member band. So we couldn't do it without her help and her support. Also, you know, tonight is a culmination of a lot of private lessons, a lot of group lessons, and a lot of music teachers. So I want to thank the music teachers that I know of that that participated in training all these great student artists, including Mr. Olson, Mr. Henke, Mr. Murphy, Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Larkin, Ms. Farrisee, Mrs. Gilmartin, Mr. Anderson, Mr. Hedgepotkoff, and of course, many others. Because all of them together, you know, bring us on our journey and get us to this level. Spontaneous applause from the students, thank you. A+ for everyone in the front two rows. I also wanted to make sure that you know about our new middle school band director. His name is Paul Murphy. He's a graduate of Yale and working on his doctorate at Columbia. And he's a phenomenal musician, teacher, and he's really great with students. So his concert is tomorrow night over at the middle school. I hope that you will consider checking that out, and hopefully you'll get to meet Mr. Murphy. He's also been a big help to us up here. I also want to thank the MKA administration, because none of this happens without their support and their scheduling and making this all come together. That includes Mr. Furlong, Dr. Flacco, Mrs. Hoppy, Mrs. Leonard, and really the entire admin team. They're all involved, even down to scheduling. That's a big part of making this all work. I told the students when I was a school principal, I never got chills in 12 years, and almost every day. So, very grateful to work with these guys and to hear all this come together. We finished tonight with a rock classic. I'm aging myself, but this is a piece called Get It On, and it was written by a really great trumpet player and a colleague, Bill Chase. And this is going to feature our low brass section, because sometimes they don't get enough spotlight, and they certainly will in this. There are several soloists as well as listed in the program, and thank you so much for coming and sharing a part of your holiday season with us. I wish you a joyous holiday season, a very healthy and happy New Year.